Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope this video finds you well. I hope you are happy and healthy and staying safe during this pandemic. If you're new to this channel and this is maybe the first video you're seeing, my name is Julia. I make a lot of videos here on my channel about life advice, college advice, career advice, things like that. I would love to have you here, be a part of it. Today's video is going to be one that was requested by a few different people, both in my last video as well as my second video that I think I posted here on this channel. And that is going to be university housing. We have the suites versus the university village, and I'm going to kind of go over both of them, what they both offer, so you can kind of get a better idea as what would be best suited to you. And I know that housing is open back up for the 2021-2022 school year, and you're gonna have to, start looking through those options and decide when, put your deposit in and all that stuff. So I'm trying to get this video out now so it would be, best and most convenient for you. So if you're interested in learning about those different options, keep watching. So I want to start off by saying that I did make a video all about a complete freshman year dorm guide. You can find it on my channel. It's the last video that I had posted. And that's kind of me going over everything related to freshman year and all the different dorms and the dorm options that you have and meal plans and everything like that. It's all covered in that video. But this video is about, like I said, the university suites versus the university village, which are more for sophomores, juniors, even seniors. But if you're a freshman and you're looking for, the housing options that are available for you, go ahead and watch that video on my channel. So first I'm going to start off with the university suites. I personally have never lived in the university suites, but I did have a couple good friends my sophomore year of college lived there, and I've been inside of them multiple times. I know what they look like, I know what they're about, so I do have some good information about it that I want to share with you. Starting off, in terms of security, you do need to have a little card that you scan at the front door to be let in, so just for safety reasons. And it's kind of, I would compare the suites to like that middle point, to where it's not a dorm, but it's not quite like your own apartment. It's kind of like that individual middle point where you have, some freedom that you didn't have living in the dorms, but it's not quite the responsibility of just being on your own and being in your own apartment. So, starting off with the location, the suites are located on the south end of campus, closer to the school gym, the brick, as well as the actual school gym where they have basketball games and volleyball games. Right across the way is a little convenience store, which you can spend some of your meal points there to get, different things that they would have at like a typical grocery store. It's quite small, but it's kind of like in between a grocery store and like a gas station mini mart. They have cereal and frozen items and drinks and produce and stuff like that. And they also have a little food place called The Den, which is similar to Denny's. They have like, pancakes and breakfast food, as well as like burgers, salads, stuff like that you can get there. So that's cool. You can also spend your meal points there as well. So in terms of the buildings themselves, they do have different phases, which just means they have different, layouts of the building and the different rooms. So I believe there's 4 different phases. The buildings themselves, they either have 3 floors or 4 floors, and all of the room access is internal, meaning like you have to go in the building and like your front door will be like in a hallway. Nothing is like on the outside of the building besides the front entrance, obviously. And all the suites do have a common floor area where you can study or just relax, meet up with friends, whatever you want to do. And they also, some of them have a multi-purpose room. So they have different events in there for the students. I went to like a couple Super Bowl parties there. That was pretty cool. And all of the floors also have an RA. So a meal plan is required if you're living in the university suites. And like I said, I go over like kind of more of the meal plans and the different options in my first video talking about my freshman year dorm guide. But they also, if you live in the suites, they do have a different meal plan that's exclusive to living in the suites, and that is called the Suites Flex Plan, and that is going to be 70 meals plus 750 points, like said, that you can use in the mini mart like I had mentioned, or at the Den, or any of the food places on campus that are available to take meal points. You can use there. And the meal plan for that, the Suites Flex Plan, sorry, I'm looking at it on my phone just to make sure I have the information correct. Per semester, that's going to be about $1,700. So now to go over what the actual rooms in the building looks like. There are a bunch of videos online about people, giving little tours of their little suites that you can look up, but I will insert some pictures here after this part, so you can have some visual reference. But basically, you walk in and you have a common kitchen area as well as a common living area, and you have a little patio, and then you either have 2 bedrooms with a bathroom that are double rooms, or you have 4 single rooms with 2 bathrooms, one on either side. So in terms of the furniture that is provided, you do have some bar stools, you do have a kitchen with, a microwave and an oven and a refrigerator, plenty of cabinet space, as well as in the living room you have a sofa, a chair, a coffee table, a lamp, just very basic items. But all of the rooms do have like a TV hookup if you bring a TV. Like I said, they have them in all the bedrooms as well as in the common room. And all of the bedrooms come with a desk chair, and a bed. I believe that's it. I will insert some pictures like I said. But so just because the fact that in some phases you do have up to 4 people living in your room, it is good to coordinate with your roommates about, stuff to bring, just because there will be limited space. Like, not everyone has to bring, like, their whole pots and pans set, as well as, like, not everyone needs to bring, like, a TV, because there's only, like, one hookup in, like, the common room. So definitely communicate with your roommates, so that way you're not, like, having so much stuff in, like, your tiny little apartment. And that's something that I would recommend doing, like, in any aspect. If you're in a dorm, if you're in a suite, in an apartment, communicate with your roommates just so you're not having like way too much stuff and like not enough space. So the last thing for the suites, of course, is the price, and all of this information is online on the university website's housing page, so this is all public knowledge. But for a suite single room, it's going to be about $7,000 per semester, and for a suite double, it's going to be about $5,700 per semester. And if you have any questions regarding prices, anything regarding housing really, you can go ahead and contact housing@cpp.edu.
Okay, so here's some pictures. This is like a little vanity outside of the bathroom, and here's what the kitchen looks like. Like I said, it's pretty small, but I mean, you're barely spending any time in your room anyways. You're mostly just going to be in class, so it's pretty cozy. Here's a picture of what the bedroom looks like. Like I said, you have a desk and a chair and your bed and a little patio. And here's a picture of the study room. There's lots of natural light, which is really nice. And here's like a little outdoor part of the study room.
Okay, so now let's talk about the University Village. This is where I lived my sophomore year of college, and a few of my friends lived there junior year as well as senior year. So this is a much more typical apartment style living, and it's like an actual apartment complex. They have, as well as, of course, the buildings that have the rooms and the actual apartments in them. They also have some included amenities, like they have a study room, they have a computer lab where you can print as long as you bring your own paper. They have a big common room with a bunch of couches where they have different events for the students. They have a basketball court, they have a swimming pool, they have barbecue grills, located throughout the entire complex. They have a place where you can get your mail. You'll be assigned a mailbox, and you'll have a mail key to get your mail. And they also have a big laundry room that looks like a laundromat. So that's kind of the included amenities that come with the apartment complex. As well as, well, of course, when you buy your parking permit, you'll get a special sticker that you'll put on your parking permit that allows you to park in the actual complex. But there is also a parking lot that's right outside of the complex as well, so even more parking available if you live in the University Village. And that's something that's different than living in the suites. Living in the suites, to find a parking spot is virtually impossible. Of course, if you go at the right time, you'll be able to find something, and on the weekends when most students go home, you'll be able to find something, but there's so much more parking at the University Village versus at the suites. Additionally, there is a shuttle stop right outside the University Village as well, so that can take you to and from campus. They have 2 different routes, and they come about every 10 to 20 minutes. Sometimes they're more reliable than others, but they run Monday through Friday, so that's cool. If you don't always want to drive to campus, you can just take the shuttle as well. And they're also located, I forgot to mention this, right across the street from the campus, kind of kitty corner to the campus, and really, really close to the school's farm store, which is like a grocery store that you can shop at. Plenty of locals from the surrounding cities shop there too, like as their main grocery store, which is kind of cool. And it's filled with produce that they grow right there on the campus, so that's really cool too. So if you're feeling hesitant about living there because it's not actually on campus, it's a little bit across the street and kind of kitty corner to the campus, something that of course I did mention in my second video is that the actual city of Pomona, it's not very safe. I wouldn't recommend anyone who watches this video who is going there or is a student there to be hanging out in the actual city of Pomona, not in the downtown, not by yourself ever, and not at night. But I will say that I never felt uncomfortable walking to and from class, even if it was dark out, because it's very close to the campus, as well as it's very isolated from the actual city of Pomona. It's really more like the city of Walnut, which is a much nicer area and a much nicer city. So if that's something that you're worried about, I don't think you need to be. I mean, I'm a small girl and I never felt uncomfortable walking there to and from. So to get in with living at the University Village, it's a little bit different. You do have to create an online account, and you have a whole portal to be able to pick out your room, and that's also where you go to pay your rent and everything like that. And in terms of the rent prices, I do have them here. I think these are a little bit outdated because these are still from the 2020 to 2021 school year, but they do have double rooms and they have single rooms just like the suites. I lived in a double and I loved it. I was really close with my roommate, so I had no problem sharing a room. But if you are someone who likes their own space, likes their own privacy, they do have single rooms available. And the prices for those are going to be, if you live in phase 1, a double room is $807 per month per student. In phase 2 or phase 3, for a single occupancy is $997 per month per student. Phase 1 double is $680 per student per month, and that's the one that I lived in. The prices have gotten a little bit more expensive, but not that much. And the convenience for being that close to campus, you don't even have to drive. If you don't want to, you can take the shuttle. Personally, I found it worth it. I mean, I've lived on campus in the dorms, I've lived in the University Village, and I've lived off campus in a different city, and I would think that looking back, this was my favorite place that I was living in, just for the convenience factor. That part was really nice. So if you're considering it, I mean, I definitely would, just because, I mean, Sometimes you don't even have to wake up that early before class to get there, and you don't even have to fight for parking if you don't want to. And lastly, a phase 2, phase 3 single occupancy is $863 per student per month. And like I said, all of this is on the University Village Foundation website. Looks like that. So like I said, I lived in a double, but they also have singles, and they also have a common kitchen and a common living room with the same exact furniture that they had in the suites. You know, they have the table, they have the coffee table, the chairs, they have the microwave, the fridge, the stove, all of that. And in the bedrooms, they either have 2 beds with 2 desks and 2 desk chairs, or they have 1 bed with a desk and desk chair. And they also do provide you with shower curtains. That was a comment in one of my last videos. They do have shower curtains. They pretty much provide you with all the furniture that you need. And like I said, you really don't need that much because you're really not even spending that much time in your actual room. You're mostly in class or doing extracurricular activities or whatever it may be, but it is nice. Like, it's small, but it's also cozy. So for living in the University Village, a meal plan is not available. It's all on you, so it is more responsibility, and it is on you to pay your monthly rent. Like I said, you just log into your portal and pay your monthly rent. They will send you reminders. Something else that they do, which is nice living in the University Village, is they will have a maid come in once a month, and they'll come in and they'll clean the entire kitchen, they'll clean the floors, they'll clean your bathroom, which is really nice because they clean it really, really well. Like mentioned earlier, there is no meal plan, but there are grocery stores just really close down the road. There's a Stater Brothers, and also really close down the road they have a big shopping center that has In-N-Out, Chick-fil-A, they have Applebee's, Panera, Starbucks, a smoothie place. There's like a bunch of different options. So, I mean, like I said, most of you, if you're going to be living in the University Village, you do most likely have a car. I did, and they were only like literally minutes down the road, 5 minutes, even less sometimes. So that's something to be aware of as well. So that's about it for this video. Whatever you decide to choose, I hope it works out, and I hope it works out well. Like I said, be sure you always communicate with your roommates beforehand. It just makes it a lot easier. I have loved every single roommate that I've ever lived with very dearly, and I hope you all have the same experience. I know might not be super likely, but I hope you have the same experience as me. And I wish you the best of luck in your upcoming school year, and wherever you decide to live, I hope it fulfills you and makes you happy. If you have any video requests for me, be sure to leave them below. I've just been making a bunch of videos about college because I know it's about that time, but if you have any other videos that you would like me to make, I'd be happy to do that. And I think I'm gonna go, but have a great rest of your day, night, wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.